100 luci filo verde luce multicolore. 7 meters. How much is 7 meters? Okay, I thought that this would look a lot cooler in my head. With Christmas right around the corner, it's time for one of my favorite Italian Christmas desserts. It's a classic here. I think it's really popular amongst Italian Americans too. Not only is it delicious to eat, it's also, unlike my Christmas decorations, very beautiful to look at. So that's what Ava's making today, struffoli.
No, Alper, today I'm going to make turdilli.
Turdilli? What the heck is turdilli?
Turdilli is like struffoli, but a little bit different.
Different than, I was looking forward to struffoli.
Vabbè, Alper, we make both.
Works for me. All right, so it's been a year since I've last had struffoli. Remind me how this works?
So, the ingredients for struffoli are very basic and easy ingredients. 00 flour or all-purpose flour, eggs, a little bit of sugar, some lard, a pinch of salt, some lemon zest, and a little bit of rum. If you prefer, you can use limoncello instead.
The only reason we're not using limoncello is because we're all out of your limoncello because we drank it all.
And I don't like the store-bought limoncello, so I skipped from the limoncello to the rum. At the end, making struffoli is more or less like making pasta, which means that we need with pouring the flour on a surface, then we create the classic shape of a volcano. We need to pour inside the eggs. I have 3 eggs here, but I need another egg yolk. A pinch of salt, sugar. We can put inside also the lard. There is always a spoon to help us. And last but not least, a little bit of rum. And now we can start to work with our hands. This was one of the most classic southern Italian dessert for Christmas. It was made to last for a long time. So
because Christmas in Italy is a long time.
it's not just the 25th. So when they were making the struffoli before Christmas, they were making a big amount to last until the last day of our holiday celebration. So our struffoli dough is ready. What we need to do now is wrap it in plastic paper and let it rest at room temperature for about 2 hours. In the meantime, we make the turdilli. Struffoli are one of the most traditional southern Italian desserts for Christmas. But now we are going to make turdilli, which is the Calabrian version of struffoli. And because I'm making a traditional Calabrian dessert, I'm going to use the traditional Calabrian bowl that every kitchen in this region has.
That's not an exaggeration. You cannot walk into a single house in Calabria that doesn't have this exact same bowl.
See, it's a traditional Calabrian bowl. We're going to use a little bit of 00 flour or all-purpose flour. Then we're going to use a little bit of semolina flour, lemon, orange, and tangerine, cloves, cinnamon, olive oil, and vermouth. So the first step is to mix 250 ml of olive oil and the same quantity of vermouth in a pot. I'm using olive oil because number 1 is the traditional oil that it was used, and number 2 because I live in the land of olive oil. But feel free also to use vegetable oil. It will be perfectly the same, not really, but I can understand that maybe you don't want to use so much olive oil to make the turdilli. Then we need the peel of the tangerine. Be sure that your tangerine, your lemon, your orange are organic, because this is very important. You are going to eat those. And you don't want to eat, I don't know, pesticide or something like that. And we need also the orange juice. We need the cinnamon, and be abundant.
Generous.
Generous with the cinnamon. A little bit of cloves. And now we need to bring this to boil on a medium low heat.
Wow, that smells really amazing.
I know.
The olive oil and the vermouth. I don't know if I've smelled anything quite like that.
Because this is the first time that you are having turdilli.
Well, I like it so far, even if it's not Struffoli.
So our very
Aromatic.
mixture is ready. So what we need to do is transfer it in the bowl. And now we need to wait until it cools down a little bit. See, I will stand here, just stirring it.
Just for the smell. I know. It's so good.
And we can start adding our flour. At the beginning, we will mix with a spatula until a rough dough is formed. There is one thing that I need to say about this recipe. We call it turdilli. Now, we have several names here in Calabria for this sweet. It's called a turdilli, it's called a crustoli. It depends where you are in Calabria. And also another important thing is that every family actually has its own recipe. So you can find a version where they use eggs, you can find version where they use the sugar. I'm going with the most simple and traditional version.
Not only have I not ever smelled anything quite like this, I don't think I've ever seen a recipe quite like this, a cooking process like this. Like boiling some alcohol and some olive oil together and then putting that in a bowl, and it's interesting.
Your new life in Calabria is all a big discovery every day.
That's true.
Now that a rough dough is made, I'm going to add the last part of the flour on a surface because I need to knead them by hands. So our dough is ready. It's a very, very soft dough, but it's not sticky, as you can see. The only thing that we need to do now is let it rest for about half an hour, covered in plastic paper.
And while we wait for the doughs to rest, a quick word about today's video sponsor. Ho, 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 Santa's been doing a little shopping this holiday season with one of the amazing sponsors who supports this channel, Holzkern. We all hopefully have a lot of beautiful and unique people in our lives, and it's nice to be able to give them gifts that are as unique and beautiful as they are. Holzkern is a men and women's watch and jewelry brand based in Austria, and we love them for their unique use of natural materials. Their pieces are made with incredible materials, everything from olive and mango wood to freshwater pearls, peacock feathers, leaves, real leaves, stones like tiger's eye and amethyst. And because they use these natural materials, it means that every single piece is one of a kind. For years now, Ava and I have worn Holzkern watches. She's always really loved the natural wood watches. My personal favorite that I wear all the time is my beloved Star Trek watch. But the holidays are here, so we thought we would treat someone special. So we just picked up this really beautiful watch for Eva's dad, Papa Turi. The watch face is made with real marble. He doesn't know about this yet, by the way, don't tell him. Holzkern offers free worldwide shipping from Vienna. If you're in the US, you don't have to worry about customs fees or anything like that. Your order will get to you within 5 to 9 business days, and orders placed by December 19th are guaranteed to arrive by Christmas. By the way, another cool thing, everyone hates wrapping gifts. You don't need to with Holzkern because they come in these really pretty green boxes. And if you get a watch, you get a beautiful red gift bag. Finding the right gift for that someone is always stressful, but it's hard to go wrong with a beautiful, unique gift from Holzkern. Click the link down in the description below and use promo code PASTA for 15% off all products. A big thank you to Holzkern for sponsoring this video. All right, time to make some struffoli.
It's time to make some struffoli. We are going to divide the dough in pieces, so I'm going to use, let's say at the beginning, a third. And we are going to roll the struffoli dough. So your snake should be more or less the thickness of my pinky. And then we are going to cut it in small pieces. It's very important that you keep them very well, how do you say?
Floured.
Floured. Now we need to fry the struffoli, so use a neutral vegetable olive oil. No, I was going to say a vegetable oil. Not use olive oil because otherwise the taste will be too strong. To see if the oil is enough hot, I'm taking a small piece of dough, and as soon as you drop, you need to come back up.
To the top?
Yes. As you can see, I need one other minute to make it hotter. It's very important to take out the extra flour that your struffoli has. We know that they are done when they are golden. When your struffoli reach this color, they are ready. And as you can see, they are absolutely dried.
Nothing greasy there.
Zero. Our struffoli are ready, but we are not done yet. But before we finish our struffoli, we need to fry our turdilli. Like struffoli, we are going to roll this in a snake, but this time will be a thicker snake. As you can see, the turdilli are not just thicker, but they are also bigger. They should be the size of 3 fingers.
They're kind of like gnocchi.
At this stage, our struffoli, they were ready to be fried, but not the turdilli, because we need to then make a little bit prettier, and we are going to use this.
Oh, so they're literally gnocchi.
They are little gnocchi.
Okay.
So this is the traditional name, at least here in Calabria, is crivo, and is a basket handmade that are used in Calabria to make the turdilli, the gnocchi, and everything that needs to have the ridges.
Ridges.
But also you can use as a very nice basket to keep your fruit, to keep your bread, wherever you want. If you don't have it, you can use a normal gnocchi board. We place a piece here, and like where you make gnocchi, you just press and release. Because the turdilli are thicker than the struffoli, They need a lower temperature, but they need to cook for a long time, which means at least 20-25 minutes. So be sure that the temperature of your oil is around 140-150, no more, and keep cooking until they are golden but not burned. Our turdilli are cooked, but they are not done yet. But now we go back to the struffoli. Now what we need to do is, we say in Italy, mielare, cover our struffoli with the honey. You need to pour just some honey in a pan, a little bit of rum, or if you choose the limoncello, a little bit of limoncello. And now we need to warm up all the honey, very low heat. When the honey starts to bubble, what we need to do is put all our struffoli in the pan and glaze them whole. Now we turn off the heat and we wait 1 minute just for them to cool down a little bit before we plate them. To plate my struffoli, I choose to give them the shape of a crown, but it is completely optional. So what I'm going to do is place a glass that I oiled a little bit, and then I will place the struffoli all around. But you can just put them in a plate, in a dish, and make a sort of mountain.
Both this spaghetti fork and this Hard Rock Cafe glass had no idea that they were born so that someday they would be used to make struffoli. Now it's starting to look like struffoli, although not quite, because we
Not quite, because we need some decoration.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. But now you gotta show me what turdilli looks like.
Okay, the struffoli used honey as a glaze, and also the turdilli can use honey. But the traditional way wasn't with honey, but wasn't with fig syrup or fig honey, like we call it here in Calabria, or fig molasses. Smells amazing. So what we need to do is what we did before with the struffoli. Place the fig molasses. I want to call it fig honey.
Fig honey.
In a pot.
That pot seems too small for all those turdilli.
Turdilli. Yes, Harper, because we are going to glaze them a few at a time, not like we did with the struffoli. So, like 4 or 5 at a time, and then we place on a plate.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is something.
These are struffoli. Those are turdilli.
I guess it's time for the battle of the decorative Italian Christmas desserts.
So I think that we need to try now.
They definitely both get points for presentation.
They are very beautiful, both of them.
This is really cool with the fig syrup, fig
Honey
molasses,
fig.
honey, whatever you want to call it.
Mieledifichi.
It's so just like dark and rich. It looks like chocolatey, but it's obviously not. And then of course there's my beloved struffoli.
They are so festive.
Yeah.
They like when you see the struffoli, it's pure joy.
Yeah. It's always like the sort of centerpiece of the dessert table at Christmas. It's like, okay, everyone loves the panettone, and the panettone is probably the thing people look forward to eating the most. This is one of those things though where it's just like the beautiful centerpiece and it looks so good. But don't let that make you think that it's not good or it's just decorative or something. It's the kind of thing where you start picking at it and you keep going back and you keep going back and you keep going back.
And actually, they are very dangerous because they are so good that you keep going, and sometimes you risk also your life. Do you remember?
Oh, yes, there was an incident. Ava had made a Struffoli. This was back in the US, and over the course of like the Christmas holiday season, we had been picking at it and eating at it. And all that was left after Christmas was like the last layer of hardened honey at the bottom. And Ava thought it would be a really good idea to try to scrape it off. She wanted to eat it so bad, to scrape it off with a sharp knife. Sliced her hand. So be careful, this is a killer. So I think that we should try the Struffoli first because that's my point of reference and the one I've already had, and I'm really looking forward to eating it.
Because they are freshly made, we are going up to pick up, so, like a piece at a time.
Yeah.
But like tomorrow, if you want to eat them tomorrow, you actually need to slice them with a knife, but pay attention.
It's one of those things where you hate to be the first person to dig into a Struffoli.
I'm not.
No?
I'm not.
I am.
I made for eating them.
To me, it's like the first person who breaks off a piece of the gingerbread house. It's like, well, now we gotta eat it.
Buon appetito. They're so dangerous. The first one, the second, the third, they don't get you tired.
Yeah, they're not super, super sweet, but the dough just has this really light, citrusy, lemony taste to it. It's super addicting.
Okay, last one.
Oh yeah, yeah, right.
This is the last one.
Okay, me too. But we do need to move on to this very intriguing dessert here.
Also here, pick one.
All right, going right for the top here. The smell is really...
No,
the Struffoli honestly doesn't have a smell.
The Struffoli doesn't smell like this.
This has a very wonderful smell.
It's like spiced though.
And figgy.
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 Buon appetito.
Buon appetito. Oh. Right off the bat, even though to me, the Struffoli looks more Christmassy with the red and the green and stuff, like you just see it and you're just like, Christmas. This tastes much more Christmassy.
They are a bite of Christmas. The orange, the cinnamon, the cloves.
Yeah, the spices.
And then the lightly sweetness of the fig syrup that is very, very aromatic.
Yeah, it's a very, very powerful flavor. Also, the olive oil gives it that this kind of savory kick behind it.
See, they are not, already the Struffoli, they are not very sweet.
Yeah.
Those are less sweet than the Struffoli, but it's so good. They're so good.
I'm obviously comparing apples to oranges because they're just totally different. But the texture of this is so, so good because the dough is more like flaky and crumbly. It's hard to describe. Oh, that's so lovely.
But that's one.
Okay, one more.
I know they are addicted.
I hate to say this because I never ever want to say anything against my beloved Struffoli. That changed my life. But I do think maybe I prefer the turdilli. Well, I should probably try one more of each to make sure which one I like more. I don't know. The Struffoli is pretty good.
I know, the Struffoli are pretty good. It's like, but then you go here.
But, you know, if you decide to make either of these for Christmas though, you're gonna be in good shape.
You're gonna have a very good Christmas.
You can't go wrong. The Struffoli recipe is actually the recipe from our cookbook, but because we want everyone to try Struffoli at least once in their life, we will put it for free on our website. The link will be down in the description below, along with the recipe for the turdilli.
Turdilli.
Turdilli, I keep wanting to say...
Vabbè, you can call them crustoli.
Crustoli, that's much easier. Anyway, both recipes will be down below. If you try them, tag us in a picture on Instagram or Facebook at Pastagrammar, like this Pastagrammarian who made a variety of traditional Italian cookies that we shared in a Christmas video a year ago, 2 years ago?
Maybe
Don't remember.
1 or 2 years ago.
At some point, Eva shared some traditional Italian Christmas cookies.
They were the torroncini abruzzesi, the mostacciali pugliesi, and the zaeti, which are the corn cookies we're raising from the north of Italy.
Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed this video. We better get going. We definitely are not going to just, finish these or anything. No.
No.
Definitely not.
Absolutely.
No.
No.
We'll put them somewhere, and each of us will notice over the course of the next week how just like every time we walk by, it's like a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. Did you touch the Struffoli? No, I didn't touch the Struffoli. Did you touch the Struffoli?
They need to last until the last day of the festivity here in Calabria.
Good luck, gentlemen. All right, well, we'll see you guys next time. Ciao.
Ciao.